I was just talking to somebody online, and this is a big thing. My mama always told me as a child. See, I went through the foster care system. My biological mother was a horrible woman. She was a drug dealer, a drug user, a dope dealer. She didn't just deal drugs, she dealt her children. She made money, but she was a horrible person. Long story short, when I was adopted, my adopted mother did a lot of things for me to try to get me to understand the righteous life, the right way to live this life. She sent me to private schools, the best educations, we rode in the best cars, I wore the best clothes, we lived in the biggest houses with the biggest lawns. And I was just a bad child. I didn't want to do anything. I was like, I don't want, she said, you're going to go to school, you're going to get an education, you're going to do this, you're going to lead this family, you're going to do this. And in my mind, I was like, I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And what I want to do, and which is crazy because at that time, I still didn't know what I wanted to do. Still to this day, I don't know what I want to do. For a while, I trained to be a football coach. I trained to be a professional wrestler. I trained to be a lot of things. And still, we don't even have a career that I'm in yet. I'm floating around from different careers to different things and doing different things because that's the type of person I've always been. Always been the type of person that I would set something up. I would get into a business. I would get into a job. I would help build that company, build their company, and then just walk away from it. I would build something for myself like my nonprofit. Spend all that time, all that energy, all that work, all that effort building it. It was fun. And then when it's finally built, walk away from it. And then years of doing that, it's not been able to give me the financial outlook of all the accomplishments and the knowledge that I have because of the fact that I walk away from shit. I will walk away from something so easily without thinking, just like that. And it may cost the consequences. It may cost me having to sacrifice a few things. It may even cost me having to suffer here and there. Like I said before, going to state and walking away from certain things. And that would lead this situation. That would lead that situation. Money would be tight. Then I would have to make this sacrifice. And, in some states sacrificing was housing. In some states sacrificing was my marijuana. In some states sacrificing was not having this or not having that. But either way the wind blows, my mama always said these things that I never listened to as a child. But as I became an adult and became a teacher and became out here and the Most High has worked in my life and taught me these things, I always go back to what my mama said because like it says in scriptures in the book of Proverbs, for a wise man, his mother's words are ornament upon thy neck. And this is how I've been alive in so many horrible situations to the age of 35 now. Going in and out of trap houses, in and out of different hoods all across the country. Not knowing anything about that hood. People would tell me, I've been in certain places and people would tell me, don't nobody go down that way. Don't nobody go in. And I'm just happily walking along with headphones, walking down the street in a certain area that people said that we're not supposed to be down. But see, the protection of the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is heavy in my life. Where all of my enemies are dead, they're either crazy, or they're homeless, or they're addicted to drugs. But all of my enemies are serving the same curses that my biological mother was under. Because that's the curse that we placed upon them. But my mom always said these things, and this is the one thing she said as a child. She said, and whatever you do, be quiet, be unnoticed, and be unheard, or be prepared to kill. And being that young guy, I was always a rebel because there's always some dumb nigga that's going to try to test you. Always. This is the demons in there. They run you, they watch you, they stalk you. And so this is why I always grew with the mentality, because if you're a chosen one, if you're one of the children of the 144,000, the children of Israel, or even just any of the children of Israel, you're being watched and stalked 24/7 by dumb niggas, by crackers, by immigrants, by some homeless man. But you're always being watched and you're always being stalked, and they will always be put to death. See, they taking their own contracts, and their contracts are death. But my mom always said, she said, go quiet, go unnoticed, go unheard, or be prepared to kill. And I'm the type of guy, I've lived my whole life always prepared to kill. That's why I have so many spots, so many different areas, because I always think about that. What if this happens here? Where will I throw him at? What if this happens here? Where will I put his body at? If this happens here, where I put this at? If this happens here, how will I get rid of this? If this happens here, how will I, because I'm always prepared to kill. Because I am not quiet when it comes down to the truth or to the glory of the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So therefore, it's the second option for me. Always be prepared to kill. And that's what you need to be out here. These are demons. These are wicked. These are horrible people. They are broke. They are poor. They are dirty. They are sick. They are stupid. So they're going to take any handout. They're going to take any chance to come against a chosen one. Someone say, here, I give you $20 to go watch him. That's what they're going to go do. Always be prepared to kill, because there may come a day where you're going to have to kill him, and you're going to have to kill the man that sent him. Remember, David was a great killer. And sometimes the people say, oh, God said, do not kill. Oh, no. But there will be times where the Most High will give you the authority and even ordain you to go kill your enemy. So like my mama always said, go quiet, go unnoticed, or always be prepared to kill. Because I realize in this new generation, these people are so delusional. They're so wicked, because we were the bad generation. See, that's why I tell he's a young nigga. No, I was the original young nigga. That's why I went from foster home to foster home, residential home to residential home, detention home to detention home. I was the original young nigga. I was just smarter. I was the one who burnt down houses and burnt down buildings and burnt down schools and cut teachers' brake lines and put stuff in teachers' drinks and did things to my enemies. I was the one that went to those private schools and made a whole racket of beating up white kids and taking their lunches and taking their money. And then I made a whole racket off that, where it was a whole bling ring, so to speak. If you ever seen that movie, The Bling Ring. And the targets were all those rich white folks. I was the one that did that. I was the original young nigga. These niggas are not young niggas. They're just evil, wicked demons. And you need to be prepared to kill them. And that's where we are. Go quiet, go unnoticed, go unheard, or be prepared to kill. Because when you're not quiet, when you are speaking the truth and you're out there, you're going to ruffle a lot of feathers. And I'm the type of guy, I don't give a fuck what you feel, what you think, or how you feel. You stepped across this line, you will certainly die. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.